Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd hop on really quickly and show you guys a really RA friendly, flare friendly makeup look. I'm just coming off of a flare. For those of you who don't know what a flare is, an autoimmune flare is when your immune system becomes overactive and starts attacking whatever organ it wants. In my case, rheumatoid arthritis. That's the cartilage around my joints, and my immune system is trying to destroy it. So that comes with, a flare comes with a lot of pain, a lot of lethargy and fatigue, and sometimes, not always, but quite a bit of disability. Really, I look as awful as I feel, and that's something that is just not okay, especially when I have to go to work and pretend that I am able-bodied. So I thought I'd hop on really quickly, show you guys a very arthritis friendly makeup look, very minimal makeup, but it will brighten my skin, brighten my eyes, and make me look like I'm not sick. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, please thumbs up, subscribe. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with brushing my hair. I use a very basic boar bristle brush. This is the Mason Pearson, but a dupe, a very much cheaper dupe, would be just as good. A boar bristle brush is really good at getting out the tangles without harming your hair, and it also deposits the oil from your scalp all the way down to the ends. And with a boar bristle brush, I just have to run it a couple of times and my hair is fine. Nice and sleek and brushed. I'm going to start with some skincare. Of course, my Aveeno Positively Radiant SPF 15 Daily Moisturizer. It is a little greasy, and it does look very greasy, but that is the brighteners in it, the instant brighteners that blur imperfections and hyperpigmentation whenever the sun hits my face. It does also brighten the skin a little bit, brings a little bit of life back into it, and it does have natural soy, so it will help with hyperpigmentation over time. During flares, my body's already not working, or rather it is working, but it's working on the wrong thing. It's completely confused. So I know that my skin is not at its best, and it's not repairing at its best, so I always use a little bit of extra sunscreen, and you've seen this before. It's the Chanel UV Essentiel with SPF 50. This is a physical sunscreen, which means that it uses titanium and zinc oxide to sit on the skin and physically blocks UV rays. This is the fluid. It is very, very watery. You only need a couple of drops and just to pat it into your skin and neck and ears, and you rub it in. Because it is a physical exfoliator, it is a little greasy and it does have a white cast, but as long as you rub it in properly, you won't have too much of a problem. Of course, with any physical exfoliator, you do want to make sure you wash your face properly at the end of the day. I'll be using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. This is 3 different powders, and I'm going to probably be using Radiant Light, which is this one right here. I'm going to use a thicker barreled makeup brush. This is actually a really good tip for when you are feeling painful. It is very difficult to manipulate a smaller, thinner makeup brush, so I try to use a bigger one so that I don't have to like clench as much. Now I'm going to just dip this brush into this powder like that, take off the extra, and rub it around my face. This ambient lighting palette from Hourglass is legitimately the best makeup investment I've ever made when it comes to my RA. It is a powder, but it doesn't sit on the skin like a regular powder, like it doesn't cake with the stuff that's underneath. And it just adds a very subtle glow and makes your skin look so, so healthy without it being over shimmery or glittery or just, you know, kind of obnoxious. I use this every day. As much as I would love to skip this step because it's just one more tube to manipulate and open and turn, and I do have to put on a eye primer, and I'm going to be using Too Faced Shadow Insurance. Of course. Alright, hopefully I can squeeze out enough. I need to get a new one, but I can squeeze out enough just for this video. While I let that set, I'm going to use my Clinique All About Eyes Serum Rollerball. This is magic. It has caffeine in it, and it's really cooling under the eyes. It legitimately just gets rid of puffiness under the eyes. So today I'm going to go in and use the Chanel Quad in Posay. I believe it's Posay. I'll be using this shade right here. I'm going to be using my ring finger to just swipe that color. And the reason I use my ring finger is because not only do I have genetically puffy eyes, but during flares it's just even worse, and I don't want to exaggerate the puffiness and the dryness around my eyes. As you may have heard, that using the ring finger has the lightest touch. So I'm going to go ahead and use that and just pat it all over my eyelid and bring it up a little bit to the crease. And if you want, since I'm not going to be using brighteners underneath my eyebrow, I'm just going to feather it up so there is some color. You can use a mirror. Honestly, this is not, because this is so close to my skin tone already. I just want to kind of enhance and brighten the eye area. When I'm happy with that, I'm going to go in now with the brightest shade there. And I am going to use I think I'm going to use my index finger for this, just because I have a little bit more control on the inner corner. And I'm just going to pop that into the middle, into the inner corner of my eye, on both sides. And then I'm going to blend it a little bit up, because this area here, like around the bridge of my nose, gets really dark. This is Makeup Forever's Smoky Extravagant. It's the same concept with the larger makeup barrels, or makeup brush barrels. You want to do the same with mascara and something that's easy to open. Always keep one of those on hand. I'm going to go into the very bottom part of my lashes where it meets my eye and really just squeeze it in there. And so it's nice and dark at the base. And then feather it out towards the top so that I don't get any clumps. And since I'm not wearing eye color on my lower lash line or eyeliner, I am going to just go ahead, I'm going to turn the mascara wand on its side so now it's vertical, and I'm going to just press it against the lower lash line to add a little bit of definition. Who don't like mascara on the lower lash line? But when I'm not wearing anything, I need to put something there so it doesn't look kind of off balance. Eyes are done. I'm using Max Fix Plus. I really like this one, especially for when I'm flared up. This is going to just set my makeup. I don't want any of this to crease. It's not a pretty look. So just some good old-fashioned lip balm. Choose your favorite. It's going to keep your lips moisturized and looking not like dried flaky mess, which it sometimes does when you're sick, right? Make sure my hands get really dry and kind of start cracking when I'm flared up. So right now this is one of my favorites, the Vita Hand Relief, and I keep this in my purse. It's a travel size I got with the Liberty London Advent calendar. This is really small so I can put in my bag, and it won't add too much weight, which is really nice when I'm in pain. I'm going to be spritzing on the Tom Ford Black Orchid. This is just a very kind of heavy, spicy scent. I'm going to spray that on top, and that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, thumbs it up so that I know you like this style of talk through video. I'm going to have all of the items I used linked down below in the description box, so I will see you all next time. Bye!